Hello everyone! Lately I've had a lot of questions and comments about getting rats and having new rats and what you need for those new rats. So this video is going to be my checklist of things to buy and have on hand before you bring home your first rats. So the rats are out, so they might come in and say, "Hi, Pip." Jeannie's over there checking everything out. They're wondering why the heck this stuff is on the floor. But, so the first thing, obviously, is to have a nice cage. If you go on Google and search rat cage calculator, you'll find something, it's called a cage calculator. You put in the dimensions of what your cage is, and it will tell you how many rats can fit in that cage. So that's a great way if you're searching online for a cage or something like that. That's a great way to figure out if your cage will be big enough for the amount of rats that you want to get. So I would definitely recommend doing that. If you have any, worries about if it's going to fit or not, that's a great way to figure that out. So first off, obviously the cage. Then some other basics. You want to have some kind of rat food available. I recommend, if you're getting brand new rats, I would start them off on lab blocks. You can buy Missouri, Harlan. I know there's a whole bunch of other kinds that aren't as good, but if you can start them off from the beginning on lab blocks, those are the most nutritious, nutritionally complete option for rats. So I would recommend doing that. Most rats love them. Mine never did. So we do this instead. So, but if you could start them off early, then they should be totally fine with that. So I would recommend doing that. You also want to get a water bottle. Theirs all full. If you have a cage like mine, I would definitely recommend buying 2 water bottles. You can see the other one. I keep one there, and then I have one up there by that. It's really hard to see, but where the green is, that's where this water bottle goes. And that way, they just, there's less fighting over the water bottle, and they just like it. But there's multiple different kinds of water bottles, different sizes. That's all just depending on how many rats you have and what kind of cage you have. So that's highly dependent on your situation. So bigger ones are good for more rats, obviously. This is like the medium size. I like this. So I don't like doing the small ones, but some people purposely buy small ones so that they run out faster, so that they remember to change the water more often. Pippa, what you doing? She wants she wants food. So I guess we'll move on to food, to treats. So next, you want to have some treats for your rats, because you want to start them off early with training. So this is a great way to do it. Trust training is really important, so getting treats is a very good thing. So these are just Gerber Baby Puffs. Come on, Harp. So I cannot recommend enough Baby Puffs. They're really, really cheap. There are hardly any calories, and they have a ton of different flavors, so that's really cool. So get some kind of treats. I also use cat treats and other types of treats, so you don't have to get just one. I buy a variety and then give them for different reasons. Ginny, you thirsty, Gin? No, she's confused. Why is it upright? Yeah. But anyways, so treats. So this is a pocket hammock. You have to have some kind of hammock in there for them to sleep in. Otherwise they can get quite bored, and it encourages climbing as well, which is really nice. They build up muscle mass and things like that. So hammocks are really awesome. If you want to know, honestly, the cheapest hammocks I can think of right now is either clothes that have holes in them or worn out clothes, something like that. Just cut holes in the corners and hang them up. Or you can go to Walmart or whatever, buy a package of washcloths and poke holes in the corners. I did that at the very beginning. That's a totally legit way to do it. You don't have to buy fancy hammocks or make your own like I do. The rats don't know the difference. You can also you can buy something like how I have the boat here. So PetSmart does sell some things, some hammocks and things like that. But my hammocks get chewed so much that it makes more sense for me to do other options. But if you don't have chewers, that's a great way to do it, is to buy something like that. They don't chew the boat because they love it so much. But something like that, if you don't have chewers, that's a great option too. So any kind of hammock really is needed. Also, we've got some toys here. It's really important to have some kind of enrichment in your rat cage. Pip is going to show us how rats play with toys. So these are cat toys. No catnip inside. That's important. They have bells in there. They like them. My rat Chiquita, who I used to have, she died, unfortunately. She used to carry these around everywhere, so they're all kind of just here because of Chiquita. I had a whole bunch. These guys don't really do it as much. Oh, Pip's fighting over there. She's asserting her dominance. They're so weird. Anyways, so yeah, but these kind of things are fun. This is just a piece of cardboard, because you need to have something that they can chew on. So either some kind of cardboard that, just boxes, or they have wood chews. See some chews. They have to have something that they can wear their teeth down by chewing, since their teeth grow continually. So something that they can chew on. Wood is the best. That one over there is a bird toy. That one is actually, it says rat on it from Petco or something. So bird toys are always really good for rats. So yeah, but this came in a box, and they're pretty thick, so this works great. Right, Jeannie? This works. Also, you need to have some kind of bedding or litter. Your rats will not come litter trained. You have to do that. Or you can just choose not to, depending on your situation. But either way, you have to have some kind of towels or fleece or or bedding of some sort. I use a combination because mine are litter trained, but this is just good if you are just putting litter in the bottom. So something for them to go to the bathroom on is the main thing. And then also you need some kind of hide. So this is just a box. And there you go, instant rat hide. You could do boxes, you can do like igloos. I've got an igloo up there. There's a box, there's a Sputnik in the back. That is a barn. There's a fake laundry basket that we cut the holes out of. I mean, that's a box. That's a bin for storage. I mean, anything can pretty much be flipped over and turned into a rat hide. So you don't have to spend too much money on it if you don't want to. Or, of course, you can go to your local pet store, and they'll have tons of hides available. Make sure it's big enough, though, for at least 2 rats, because some rats will only sleep alone, some rats only will sleep with others, but they need to be able to both be together. So they can fit into a pretty small space, but you still want something that, both could be in. At least 2. But usually the bigger the better, especially if you have more rats. Or like this pocket hammock, this is also kind of a hide too. They can hide inside the hammock. Those are cool. Things that are multi-purpose are always really nice. So the hammock is for sleeping, it's also a hide, it's also for fun. So This is also, I have this in the playpen, but this was a pillowcase. This can be a hide too, as well as just a thing to cuddle in because they can go inside. I always put them in here and then twist up the end and then they have to find their way out. That's a fun toy. So, but you could put that in the cage and that would be a hide as well. So, yeah, these are the real basic things. If you have any questions about cage accessories or other information on how to prepare for your new rats, go ahead and ask. I always answer. I think I will be doing a video about what to look for in your rats and things like that, so that's coming up. Like when you actually go to pick out your new rat. So this should help you guys be prepared for your new arrivals. So I hope this helps. Thanks!